I've been on my home farm since I was born and been farming it actively for about 30 odd years, with some help from my parents and brother and partners obviously. Yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with being nominated by my son, who's involved with, heavily with what we do. The more we learn, the more he learns, the better off he's going to be in the future. I think it's very important to get him on the right track and show him the way, show him what we should be doing and let them follow for a start, and hopefully one day, sooner than later, they'll take over and that'll be the next story, I guess. Since coming here to east of Brookton, which is my Uncle Colin's farm, we have different soil types, we have a different environment, and that's driven me to find out more about how to farm these different soil types. I think the most important thing about the soil health, getting it right in our operation, is management. It all keeps coming back to management, doing it right, doing it wrong. The biggest constraint that we have is our soil. There's a number of issues that I guess we need to deal with, and everybody's in the same boat. We all have soil constraints, but I think addressing those constraints is where our biggest bang for our buck is. For us on this leased country east of Brookton, it's been a very big learning curve with the differing soil types to what we're used to west of Pingelly, and we're learning a lot very, very quickly. A lot of the neighbours are looking over the fence to see what we're doing too. We get a lot of information from each other, which is great. We're trialling a few things. We're digging a few holes and having a look around and tearing a bit of dirt up and watching how it responds to what we do to it. There's a spot that we identified as non-wetting sand, and we just tried to do a little bit about it. We delved it to about 800, a lot of horsepower required and traction. We've only done a few hectares just to see what sort of happens here, how it's going to respond to the delving and spading. We spaded it straight after, and as you can see, we've got a response. There's moisture, shallower moisture where we have done the treatment compared to where we haven't done it, and you can see that with the amount of greenery around. Our plan for the future is to plant more saltbush in these saline areas just to get something productive growing on them and producing more meat and wool fibre. We haven't had any significant rainfall since September. Our plan hopefully is to establish a lot more hectares of saltbush with other varieties of pasture in between them, so that the sheep get an array of nutrients, I suppose. And there is a symbiotic relationship between the pastures that are growing between the shrubs and the shrubs, helping each other out, and very beneficial for the animal health. We've let them into this area. It's only a few hectares, but they have come through and picked off all the regrowth from last year. And I locked the sheep out of here about 10 days ago, and there's new shoots establishing on the saltbush at the minute. So it's just an indication of these shrubs with their roots down into the water table and actively growing during the summer without much rainfall. It's very easy nowadays to research whatever you like, and I do that a lot, and I watch a lot of videos on soil health and ways to correct some of the constraints and try and implement them into practice here. I don't think I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing it for my children who have an interest in farming long term. If we can change things around a little bit to make it more productive for them and our neighbours and everybody, then it's all good. I've always loved to learn and always loved what I do.